Okay, people, we are working on the bus today, and I can crawl up here, show you the roof. I'm going to put some solar panels on this thing. Actually, I'm going to use the solar panels off of the van. I'm up on my big ladder here. Hold still. There, it's more sturdy. What we got, these solar panels that are on the van, I got 300 watt panels. When I bought those, they were part of a off-grid cabin airplane. They were part of an off-grid like a hunting cabin solar kit. So I got the panels. I got 4 panels, 1200 watts. I got the charge controller, a bunch of wiring, a fuse box, all that kind of stuff. And I was going to put it on the shop because I don't have any electricity out here at the shop. And it's one of those things, just busy working, constantly work down, going to LA back and forth day after day after day, and just never had time to get it put up there. Well, then a year went by or whatever, and then the next thing you know, I've got the van, decided to build it, and I put I thought, well, hell, I've already got solar panels, I'll just put them on there. That's why they're too big, they overhang the edge. Well, that's on the van. They won't overhang on this thing. It's a little wider chassis. So I'm going to take these 3 off and that 4th one that's inside. So there's 4 300 watt solar panels, 1200 watts, the charge controller, and I don't need the batteries. I'm going to leave the batteries for now, but I'm going to get the solar system over here onto the top of the coach, and that way I won't have to run the generator near as much. I don't know if 1200 will keep up with as much power as this thing sucks, but it'll sure help. So that way I won't have to run the generator near as often as I do. So what we're going to do is I've got air conditioner, air conditioner, satellite TV, vent, another air conditioner, tongue-tied, AC, blah, 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 AC, and then I've got this thing. I cannot figure out what it is. I went down to Prevo and asked them what they thought it was, and they didn't know. I'll get the lid off of this thing and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then you got another vent, and then you got a big open area for a couple solar panels here too. And there's a big plate here, and I don't know what that plate's for. Somebody thought it might have been the satellite TV. Before they had the satellite TV, they might have had one of those clamshell type. There's the front of the bus, so when the wind's blowing up over here, the clam is up, pointing at the satellite wherever. When you get ready to travel, it turns around and it folds down onto the top of the coach. And they're thinking that might have been a mounting bracket for that. Well, I'd like to take that off if I can. I'd like to take that off, so it completely smooths this area, and then put my solar panels over the top of all of that and get rid of that. So I can put 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th panel, I'll probably take that satellite TV off because we'll probably never ever use that. Take that off, maybe put it on eBay and sell it or something, I don't know, and put the 4th solar panel up there. But at least get 3 of them up for now. And so that's what the project is today. So I'm going to start taking this stuff apart, and we'll see what it is. Okay, this is what we got under here. I looked at this the other day trying to figure out what it was. It's some kind of receiver. Let's see. Integrated receiver for recreational vehicles. To dish. I think this is part of the satellite, the in-motion satellite tracking device. So I don't think I'm going to use that ever, so I think I'm going to go ahead and take this off. If we do, we'll buy a more modern version of a satellite dish in years to come. But as of right now, I probably won't ever use it. I need the solar better than I need this. So I'm going to take this off, and hopefully I'm not doing the wrong thing. And I don't know what this little antenna thing is up here. It's Velcroed on. It says Trimdale Navigation Roto Antenna. Trimdale Navigation. Don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me. So we're gonna take this stuff off. We don't need it anymore. It's old technology stuff. Okay, we found out what it is. This satellite, it's a satellite receiver for the satellite dish. It says right on here, integrated receiver for recreational vehicles. It's got 110 in volt. There's actually an extension cord going up to it. Why they mounted this outside, I'm not sure. Maybe it has something to do with this here. But it's all TV antenna type stuff. TV out, TV no in, audio and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this little ribbon cable here is all rusted. I doubt this thing's any good anyway, because it's been out in the weather for 25 years. So it's been under that shield, but still out in the weather. So if anybody knows for sure exactly what this is, leave it in the comments. Just curious, because, and then this thing here, I'm gonna look it up on the internet when I get home, but it says Trimble Navigation. It's a rodal antenna. So I'm not quite sure what that does or is. I'm not going to throw it away. Everything unbolted, easy. I can put it right back up there, no problem. So there's no damage as far as that goes. I'm going to put the 3 solar panels up first and then decide whether I need a 4th one up there. If I do, I'll take the dome off and put the 4th panel up there. So with that, let me get a solar panel out and start working. All right, I figured out what I'm going to do. I got up on top of the roof here with a measuring stick. These are 77 inches wide and 39 and a half inches wide. Okay, 77 by 39 and a half. All right, so what I'm going to do, if I'm still in frame here, get you here. Okay. What I'm going to do is, I've got some sheet metal here from an old semi that I threw over in the scrap pile. I figured I'd use it someday. And I called my welder friend over in Fort Worth, and we're going to go over tomorrow and we're going to bend these brackets. What I'm going to do, instead of mounting on the side here, I'm going to mount them on over here on this solid part with a stainless steel sheet metal that come off some fenders, some old stainless steel fenders I had on a truck, or actually on my trailer. And I'm just going to make an L bracket 3.5 inches by 5 inches, which will actually get it up about right there. Okay, so 3.5 by 5.5 or 5 inches. Okay, and put 1, 2, 3, 4, and however much material I have, if it's a 5-inch bracket or a foot-long bracket or the whole damn thing, I don't know. Whatever I can do. I don't know if I want to do the whole thing because I want airflow to be able to come through here, and you know, they say solar panels should be lifted up off the ground. There's some airflow here, but might as well leave this open. So I think a bracket right here, maybe 6 inches, 5 by 3 by 6, and have an L, you know, the brake, he has a brake press. We'll bend that L bracket and put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then times 4 solar panels, so 16 of these boogers. So that's what I'm going to do. He's busy today, so I'm going to have to wait till tomorrow to run up there with all that material. Let me show you the sheet metal I've got. There we go. Sheet metal, it's fenders from the back of a trailer. I had a spread axle trailer, a reefer trailer, and I put full fenders. These are stainless steel full fenders that I put on the back of the semi trailer. And when I sold the trailer, the guy I sold it to, he didn't want these fenders on there. For one, they were starting to crack right here, you know, just over time, just shaking on an old bumpy truck for 500,000 miles. They ended up starting stress cracks. So he didn't want that on there. He said he was going to have a company driver drive the thing, so he took them off, okay, or had me take them off, and I sold it to him without them. So here's the fender, and it's curved. Stan, how are you going to make L brackets out of that? Well, if you look right here, this is sheet metal right here, and then this edge is rolled. Well, when they form these, they roll that edge. This edge is what gives it its rigidity to make it this half circle. Okay, I know what happens because the other one we had to modify a little bit. There's 4 of these fenders. You come in here about a ½ inch in and cut that off with like a plasma cutter. You cut this rolled edge, this springs right back to almost flat. So that's we're going to cut this rolled edge off. Then you have nothing but this sheet metal in the middle, and it'll lay out fairly flat. Once we cut it into smaller pieces and put it in the brake press and break it over, it'll be real nice and square. And it's stainless; it can't rust. It'll be shiny. I'll clean it all up and polish it. You know, not polish it, but clean it all up and get the scuffs and shit off of it. And it should look pretty good. It should look fairly nice up there. So, so that's what we got. That's what we've been doing today. I think this is a long enough video for today. I'm not done working, but I'm done working on this until I get these brackets to get that up there. What I'm going to start doing now is taking the the panels off the van. I'm going to take them off and have them ready to put up there. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day, and then tomorrow I'll go build these brackets. So with that, ciao. See you later.